So if I had a full day to spend all on my own in London, this is exactly what I would do. Hello, my name is Emily, and I think it's so important that we spend time on our own, do things that we want to do, even if we've got nobody to do them with. So I'm going to bring you along for my little solo date in London and show you why being in a city is one of the best places to spend time alone. So first on the agenda is going to a bookshop. I love a bookshop, okay? I could spend hours in a bookshop, but there's one that I've never been to before that has been on my list for so long. It looks so beautiful on the inside. It's called Daunt Books. They're like a chain, I guess, in London. But the one I want to go to is the one in Marylebone, which is the one that I've seen the pictures of, and it looks stunning. It's giving like kind of Harry Potter vibes. So let's go check that out, stick our nose in some books and see if I come out with anything. I don't have anything yet on my list because I've got so much stuff at home that I need to read out on my Kindle, so we shall see. Left the bookshop and now I do need to do some work. So I normally work from home, right? Which is great, but also can be slightly soul destroying. So I found a little bougie hotel lobby that you can apparently work from that has like a coffee shop in there. So I'm gonna head over there and do a little bit of work before our next activity, basically. So I wasn't able to get into the place that I wanted to get into. It was just so busy. It's just this really like bougie hotel that has like a coffee shop in it, and I've seen loads of people working there. But obviously this is London and things are busy quite a lot. But maybe try and go if you can, if you're in the area and you're looking for another place to kind of work. Because I'm freelance, I work from home all the time. I am never in an office. Like it is the dream. I'm not gonna lie, it is one of the best things ever. However, I do think it's important to actually remember that the outside world exists and to get out, even if you're not like actually meeting people, talking to people, being around people and being in a place where there's like energy, I think is really important, and it does make me more productive. And I think overall I notice like an uplift in my mood when I get out of the house. I usually just go to a coffee shop near my house. It's literally like 30 seconds walk away. Yeah, it's just a pleasure and a privilege to be able to work wherever you want, and so sometimes that means getting out of your house. Okay, so I'm going to sit here for a bit. I don't actually have that much time now, but there's just a few things that I want to tick off just to make myself feel a little bit more like productive, and then we're doing something exciting, which is one of my favourite things to do on my own. If you've seen my other solo video, you might know what it is. A lot of people don't think that this is a thing to do on your own, or they get nervous to do it, and I've done it so many times now that it's just like second nature, so I'm really excited to do that. Okay, so I'm out of the cinema. I didn't film much in there because it's a cinema, and also I was a bit late, so I was like scrambling around trying to get there on time. I went to Picturehouse, which is near Leicester Square. Is that right? I think so. New cinema for me. It was highly recommended. I'm also going to put a list of all the other cinemas that looked really cool, but I just didn't get around to going to because some of them didn't have middle of the day showings. The key to going to the cinema undetected on your own and feeling comfortable is, first of all, maybe go midweek if you can, and second of all, go at like a weird time, so like don't go in the evening, go in the morning or in the afternoon. What I really like to do sometimes is if I've got a day where I've got all my work done, it gets to like 4 o'clock, then go to a screening because people are still at work, and it's great. Obviously that only really works if you can be flexible, so appreciate not everyone can do that, but that is how you enjoy the cinema. Stress-free, no one's looking at you, nobody cares that you're on your own, and then you go into the cinema and it's dark, so no one knows that you're there anyway. I think a cinema is like the best place for a solo day. I think it's almost better than going with someone. The only good thing about going with someone, obviously, is you can do the debrief after the film. So I'm going to debrief with you right now. Basically, I went to see Weapons, which is this new, like, comedy horror, I guess. I've been meaning to see it for ages. It's been out for a while now. Horror is one of my favourite genres ever. So let's chat about the film. I'm not going to do any spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything. But overall thoughts, I love the way it was shot. I thought it was shot in a really cool way, and I really love that it was like different points of view. The film was split by following different characters and along their journey, and then you see how all the other characters kind of come together and all their stories. That was a really cool part of the film. This film has got like 80 or 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is crazy, especially for a horror film. Horror films are usually not that highly rated, not most of them anyway. So I think that made me have really high hopes for it. And I've heard only good things, apart from my best friend who didn't like it. So maybe I should have listened to her over strangers on the internet. But I would say, for now, I enjoyed it. I thought it was worth going to see. I found parts of it to be quite slow, but I guess maybe that was the build-up. And it was very weird. Like, if you don't like weird films that don't really have much of an explanation, you might not enjoy it. Apparently they're going to make a prequel, which I probably will watch, like, I'm not going to lie. I would give it 3 to 3.5 stars. It might change tomorrow, because sometimes I need like 24 hours before I can really make my mind up on a film. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but if you saw that film, what did you think? Did you enjoy it? What would you rate it? I really want to know. And now I've got something really exciting to show you. There's one thing that I have been wanting to try in London for so long. I've lived here for so long now, and I've never tried this. And that is humble crumble. It's basically, it's apple crumble. It had loads of different flavours, but I just went with the simple one. I got the vegan one. Whoa. Basically, apple crumble is a very British thing, I'm pretty sure. And basically, humble crumble is like this viral takeaway crumble place that they have dotted around London. It's been on my list for forever, and I'm so happy I'm finally having it. It's not hot, but it's not cold. So it definitely loses points for that. It's apple and cinnamon. There's a lot of crumble in there. I'll give it that. I give it a 7 out of 10. Definitely not the best apple crumble I've ever had. Shout out to my grandma. I'm going to eat it all, let's be honest. At the start of the video, I was basically saying how a city is like one of the best places where you can spend time alone. And what I mean by that is, obviously a city is great to spend time in with someone else, but because everybody's just doing their own thing, everybody's in their own world, no one is thinking about you, no one is looking about you, no one's even thinking about the fact that you're on your own, which is what I actually find quite comforting. I think there's more like, you're more invisible when you're surrounded by people, which as an introvert, very much appreciate that. I don't know, maybe if you live in a city, live in a cool city, and there's a bunch of things that you want to do, but you feel like you need to go with someone to do it, you absolutely do not. The world, the city, is your oyster, and we shouldn't stop ourselves from doing things because we're waiting for the right time or we're waiting for someone to do it with us. You can literally go out and do it yourself. So maybe take that as a sign to do something. And it doesn't have to be crazy, it doesn't have to be a whole day. It could just be going to that coffee shop or trying the new viral dessert. You could literally do anything. So, and that is pretty much the end of my perfect solo day in London. It is very chill, as you can tell. There was nothing crazy, but I just love doing things like that. I feel like everything I did today really filled up my cup, and now weirdly I'm tired. I think it's because obviously London is so busy, you're surrounded by so many people, and sometimes, I don't know, I just find that tiring as someone who is not from a city. Literally the last thing that I'm going to do now to end off my really lovely day is go to a reformer Pilates class, which is one of my new favourite things to do. I am a convert, so I'm going to go and do that. I'm not going to bring you with me because I can't film in a Pilates class, so use your imagination. Thank you very much for joining me on this really cozy solo day in London. I really hope that this gives you a nice little break from your day, but also I really hope that maybe it's changed your opinion of doing things on your own and inspired you to try and get out there and do something that makes you feel good and something that you want to do. Because the good thing about spending time on your own is you can be as selfish as you want and really do all those things that you're dying to do. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and like this video. It really helps build this community, and I will see you in the next video.